I am not taking personal readings at this time. Please do not get scammed by people posing as me in the comments section. Hello, beautiful souls, and welcome to my channel, Roseology. So firstly, thank you guys so very much for getting this channel to 140,000 subscribers. I didn't even notice until someone from Patreon mentioned this. I probably had my head buried in work or something. And when I saw that, I was so surprised. I remember not too long ago thanking you all for helping this channel reach 100,000. So I love you guys so very much. Thank you for being a part of my soul family. It really does mean the world to me to know that I have you guys. And so, yeah, I just wanted to start off by saying that, but today's reading is coming a few days late, but it is all about the amazing things happening for you this August 2021, like the normal sort of monthly updates. Now, this month I decided to also look into the challenging energy because a new moon happening August 8th is occurring during the Lion's Gate, and astrologically there is a huge exchange or aspect known as an opposition between the new moon and Saturn retrograde in the sign of Aquarius that is causing some major tension for everyone collectively. And if you're watching this pick a card a day early on Patreon, the super detailed forecast for that horoscope will be up tomorrow, and a Patreon pick a card exclusive about which doors this year's Lion's Gate is opening up for you personally. That will be uploaded this upcoming week to Patreon. So if you want to catch that pick a card, check out my Patreon link down below where we discuss the history, story, and archetype of each tarot card as well as its esoteric symbolism. There's hours upon hours of information detailing astrology, mundane astrology, natal astrology, exactly how to read a chart. There's also exclusive pick a card readings, early access to YouTube videos before they post on this channel, and a lot of information surrounding occultism, divination, ancient civilizations, spirituality, self-help, and a lot more content that is not going to be available anywhere else. And the link to that Patreon is down below where you can check out the different tiers that are currently available. So let's just get to the disclaimers and the meditation since I've taken enough time. So obviously this is a general reading, meaning that it is going to resonate with who it is meant to resonate with. Tarot does not control or dictate our life. If you hear something that you do not like and think that you are just doomed to that reality, then you are not using my readings correctly. My readings are for confirmation and not answers. So realize that at the end of the day, your free will and what you choose to do with it will determine your outcome, not a pick a card reading on YouTube. So please be responsible, be accountable, and use this as a guide to help decipher the messages that your spiritual team has been trying to send you all along. For those of you that want to participate in this meditation, let me just say, like I always do, that this is a general reading for the collective. So in order for this reading to resonate with you, you need to be synced into the energy of this reading. To help you do that and to help you select a pile with your third eye and not your physical ones, I will be offering a 60-second meditation. 30 seconds into that meditation, I'll be placing crystals for my clairvoyants that like to pick piles with objects on them. And after the clairvoyant pile selection, there will be a clairaudient selection where I play a different tone for each pile, and you can select a pile based off of which tone resonates with you the most. If you're drawn to another pile, that's because there is another message for you in that pile. So if you're ready, get into a relaxed position, become aware of your entire body, starting with your feet, and work that awareness up in sections from the feet to the head. Then take a deep breath in through your nose for around 5 seconds, hold that breath for 3 seconds, and then exhale for 6 to 7 seconds. Then ask your guides, spirit, ancestors, the universe, or all of them to help connect you to your higher self so you can look into the energy of your personal month ahead. So this is pile number 1, pile number 2, pile number 3, and pile number 4. And pile number 1 is a smoky quartz cluster. On pile 2 is a hemomorphite. On pile 3 is a titanium cluster. Pile 4 is gold mica. Hopefully that meditation was enough time for you to pick a pile and tap into your own psychic awareness. Let me take this time to thank your guides, my guides, our higher self, the Neteresa, for coming through and delivering these messages. Now let's see what amazing things that your August has in store for you, and I will meet you over at your pile. All right, pile number 1, welcome to your reading. So we are going to be checking out your tarot cards, your energy for the month of August 2021. And so we're just going to be looking into the amazing things that are happening for you this month. And as well as for this particular month in August, I've actually included 2 tarot cards over here to the right to be looking into different challenging energy that could be occurring throughout the month, thanks to that square between the new moon and Saturn retrograde in the sign of Aquarius. So that was something that I talked about in the intro in case you weren't aware. So that's what these 2 cards on the right are going to be showing me. And these 2 cards on the left will be showing me the amazing things coming to you this August. Then we're going to be pulling some additional cards on camera just to get a nice oversight as to the month ahead for you. Okay, so yeah, let's just get started. I'm going to start off with, excuse me guys, so I'm going to start off with just cleansing the space a little bit. So if you're wearing headphones, just watch out because I'm going to tap these sound bowls. Okay, so first card that we have for you is time to do it differently. Go beyond what you have done before. That is the overall lesson for you this month. And underneath the deck here, we have you're here for a purpose, learning, realizing what matters to you. This card for me is coming across as a reminder to you for this month. So this is your overall energy, and this is something that you need to remember for this month. So I'm actually going to keep both of these cards out for you. So yeah, what we have here is time to do it differently. Go beyond what you have done before. And that's exactly what this new moon is bringing up for us. If you are subscribed to Patreon, then you guys have probably already seen the video where I am really dissecting the chart for the horoscope for the new moon in the sign of Leo for August 8th here. And a lot of that chart, a lot of this energy for this new moon has to do with a huge shift in realities and environment and in our day-to-day life. And with this time to do it differently card, honestly, pile one, I got to keep it real with you. I don't feel like you guys have much of a choice but to change. There is so much of your life that if you have tried to keep it the same, it's just simply not working anymore. I feel like a lot of my pile ones have already been through that phase and been through that sort of lesson where it's like, I have to switch things up. Me doing things the same is just keeping me stagnant, stuck, and things are not working out for my favor. So I feel like this is something that you guys have been through, and the month of August for you is really starting to implement those sort of changes that are almost coming across as a little bit like forceful, like you have to do things this way in order to get the results or the outcome that you want, or in order to see any sort of progress or movement. It's just something that you have to do. And then, like I said, I'm feeling like I heard that this is important for you to remember that you are here for a purpose, learning, realizing what matters to you. So that is something that is very important for my pile ones to remember, is that all of this is for a purpose. So in the month of August, it's not that things are going to seem more like challenging than usual. It's just that you may have less energy in the month of August to deal with things. You may feel a little bit more like, I'm just ready to give up on this relationship, to give up on this project, to give up on this goal, to give up on losing weight, to give up on saving money, because you're just feeling tired. So it's going to be really important for you guys to treat your body kindly and to treat yourself like you are a human. Super duper important. If you keep trying to push yourself through, you're going to burn out, and you're going to get to that place to where it's like, I've lost that purpose. I'm not feeling that purpose anymore. I'm not feeling that drive anymore. So it's really important, pile one, to remember you are working towards a purpose and working towards a goal that has already worked out for you. That outcome has already happened for you. You just have to decide that for yourself. And, that's getting a little woo-woo here, but it's just a matter of that reality is already played out for you. And just because it hasn't happened just yet in this specific timeline, it has happened somewhere else. And in other words, it will be happening for you. But you just have to remember that there's a purpose and there's a process to things, and you have to allow that to unfold naturally. So let's see what things are going to be working out for you in the month of August 2021. The amazing things coming to you, the blessings. And so the very first card, look at that. We have got the very first card that we have, Three of Swords in reverse. And then we have the Nine of Pentacles. Okay, pile one. So we have the Three of Swords in reverse and the Nine of Pentacles upright. And this is going to be the energy that is working for you in your benefit. That won't seem very challenging. That will seem more easy than anything. So you have been carrying a lot of pain. And this was an accumulation of pain, pile one, throughout the years, over maybe over a span of time where you would notice certain slights and maybe not say anything. You'd let the disrespect slide from time to time in the hopes of keeping the peace to a certain degree. It wasn't that you were a doormat, but there were many things that you could have snapped about, but you kind of chose not to. And there's a huge release of that energy in August where I'm just sort of seeing you let it all out with this Three of Swords in reverse. And the swords represents truth. It represents communication, perception, thought, intellect. And so with the Three of Swords being in reverse, this is just you letting all your pain out. And Three of Swords upright is a card of disappointment. And so there's certain disappointments, certain things that you kept to yourself, certain pains, and just things that you kept to yourself that you could have made a big deal about, that you could have walked away from someone over. And instead, you kind of kept it to yourself just to sort of maintain your mood, just to sort of maintain how things were. And so, like I said, what I'm seeing in August is a huge release of that. You just letting that out. You letting out things that happened years ago or months ago or weeks ago or days ago, and just allowing it to pour out. Because this is the Swords, this could be a conversation where you let someone know all the ways that they've hurt you, offended you, or have let you down. Three of Swords to me is always represented, like I said, disappointment. And so there's someone in your life, pile one, where you took a lot less from them than you deserved. This person or people were mediocre support systems or friends or family in your life. And you very simply say enough is enough in August. And this seems like a quiet exit for you this month. And this is one of your amazing things happening, which sounds interesting when talking about the end of an extremely imbalanced situation. So this tells me that you fought for a long time to try and keep this relationship intact, to try and keep your the way that you treated them intact. And at this point, sometime in August, you find more relief in releasing this relationship or person than you do in keeping them around. And this may be an undercover blessing for you, pile one, where a very small amount of you will feel the need to grieve for a little while, almost as though you've lost this person, but then that sigh of relief starts to set in. That says, like, at least I don't have to keep getting stabbed by this person or disappointed or let down. Someone is like a repeat offender in your life, and in August, this is the last time they stab you in the back. This is the last time that you give them a chance or opportunity to disappoint you, to let you down. And as you can see, what this leads to, pile one, is your ultimate success in the Nine of Pentacles right here. This is your self-esteem skyrocketing, your businesses taking off, finding success at work. It's crazy how we can like glow up tremendously after dropping people from our lives, even people that we love and care about. And I understand this wholeheartedly, pile one. This was not an easy relationship for you to cut ties with for some time, because you believe in giving the people that you care about second chances. Because you're that type of person that understands I reap what I sow. I'm a human. I could screw up and I would want a second chance. You believe in second chances, and you believe in the people that claim to love and support you. But in August, you have some sort of like realization. And the best way that I can describe it is I'm not going to keep giving you a chance to hurt me. It's like you're using these chances the wrong way. You're supposed to use these chances to change, to prove that you are truly an ally, a friend, a family member, or a partner. And you're using these precious chances, these sacred opportunities that I'm giving you, you're using them to hurt me. And this realization, it like breaks you out of the cycle, because this is a cycle, pile one. And this creates so much more space in your life that you thrive in other areas. And one reason that you feel so much relief is because of how much better you feel not having to walk on eggshells around this person, not having to wonder when's the next time that they're going to attack me or hurt me, betray me, or lie to me, or let me down, or not come through, or leave me hanging. The loss of that fear and anxiety and worry about the next time opens up tremendous doors for you, because peace comes flooding in, and that peace is bringing a lot of gifts and blessings. The type of blessings here, pile one, is material blessings with this Nine of Pentacles. The emotional, mental, vibrational blessings for you is being able to release this anxiety. And like I said, the more so tangible blessings are, it looks to be monetary blessings. So this is money, increase in income, a better home, actually looking better too, like physically glowing, better clothes, shoes, jewelry, you name it. This is the quality of your life increasing by a lot, and you being able to truly enjoy these gifts because you are not also sharing space with fear and worry of the next time that you're going to get stabbed or hurt, pile one. Others of you, I'm not going to lie, it's like you have almost been waiting for a reason to cut someone off, and that's exactly what you get, pile one. So this is another weird sort of blessing in disguise with you, is somebody showing their colors to you for the last time, and you actually believing it, or like taking it in this time and being like, now I'm done, So like I said, this is exactly the the chance or the reason, the justification that you get to cut someone off. It's like an opportunity where someone attempts to mistreat you again, and that becomes like the final straw for you. And I talked about this on my Patreon where I broke down the August 8th new moon in Leo, and it's wild what came up in that reading is coming through right here. But I mentioned that falling out during Leo season, from what I've seen astrologically, just loving astrology and studying it and reading other people's charts and them coming to me and being like, I got in this huge argument with so-and-so. Can you just look at the energy? And I'll look at it, and especially around Leo season, I don't know what this is, but it's like the types of breakups and arguments during Leo season are the types of breakups and arguments that people hardly come back from, because Leo is a sign of pride and somewhat integrity as well. So the one thing that Leo does not play games with is its pure heart. So anyone playing emotional games, especially a repeat offender, may easily get cut out of your life for good this Leo season. So those are the weird kind of blessings. And I don't mean to call them like weird blessings, but it's like when you're looking at amazing things, you want to hear about a car or money or whatever. And I see that here. I see monetary blessings here, but I also see another blessing is like being able to finally get done with someone that it's like has just been causing a little more stress than you want in your life. So let's check out the challenging energy, given that opposition that I mentioned, the opposition happening between the sun and moon conjunct in Leo, opposing Saturn retrograde in the sign of Aquarius, which for me was the biggest aspect of this new moon. And that's honestly is what is kind of causing a little bit of just kind of frictional sort of energy a little bit. So yeah, let's just check that out. And for you, we have here, look at what we've got. We've got the Five of Cups. We've got the Five of Cups. All right. And then we got another 5. Then we got the Five of Pentacles, you guys. 5 of Cups and 5 of Pentacles. This is where your challenges are coming in for this month, or this is the energy around your challenges for this month. And it's basically in being alone. This is basically in being alone. And remember too, with your 2 oracle cards right here, it's time to do things differently. You guys are used to not speaking up. You're used to keeping your mouth shut. You're used to kind of noticing certain disrespect and slights and certain things that people say and do and kind of keeping it to yourself just to keep the peace. It's time to do things differently. Go beyond what you have done before. It's time to let it out. It's time to call people out. It's time to put people in their place, put them in their lane so you can stay in your lane and continue to thrive with this 9 of Pentacles right here. And the 5 of Cups and the 5 of Pentacles is also explaining to me one reason why you kind of keep a lot of things to yourself. Many of you, pile 1, have a huge fear of being alone, and it's not as simple as just being alone. It's more so like you have taken on this responsibility of protecting the people that you love, and you take it as though I can't give up on people that I love, because then that means that maybe I never loved them before, and you try to be understanding. You try to look at people and say, like, you know what, they've been through a lot, they've gone through a lot, or maybe they are going through a lot right now. You make a lot of allowances for people. And so it's very difficult for you to walk away from someone knowing what they're going through, or knowing that they're not as spiritually evolved as you, knowing that they're not as spiritually, mentally, and emotionally mature as you, and still like walking away from them. It's like you're taking it as this is when they need me the most, and I'm walking away from them. And it's also too, at the same time, these are very difficult relationships for you to walk away from. They're very, very difficult. And you pride yourself on being somebody that is loyal and that has stamina and that is able to fight for their loved ones. But at the end of the day, you're starting to recognize that it's like, I have to protect my own peace. I have to protect the things that I am working for with this 9 of Pentacles right here upright. I have to protect the blessings that are not just coming into my life, but these blessings I have worked for. Some people, blessings just fall into their lap. Some people, they look at it that way. I wholeheartedly believe that we work for every single blessing that comes into our life. We pay for it somehow. Either we pay for it financially or we pay for it karmically. We pay for these blessings. We pay for these opportunities, and they don't come easy. It always comes with sacrifice. And so one big sacrifice that a lot of you guys are making that's extremely challenging for you in the month of August is walking away from certain relationships. And I can definitely see that here with the Five of Cups and the Five of Pentacles. And so it's like you have to be careful this month of not looking at this situation here with this Three of Swords in reverse in a way like this always happens, or why does this keep happening? Absolutely do not see the situation as your fault or as something in your control or something that is victimizing you or as something that you need to fix. It's not for you to fix. Do not downplay the divinity that is at work in this situation. This keeps happening because you have kept giving chances to people that did not deserve it. They did not work for those chances, and you gave them freely. And it's not and never is our fault how people treat us. Let me say that for those that get very offended by, oh, so I manifested people acting like this. No, you didn't. And I did not say that. So let's keep it a buck, right? You did not manifest people's actions. People's actions are simply people's actions. God didn't cause it. You didn't cause it. The devil didn't cause it. They caused it, period. Okay. And so at the end of the day, I also don't want you to downplay the divinity that is at work in this situation. Like I said, nobody caused this person to act this way but them. So when it comes to another person acting in this way, you got to take it for what it is. And you have to realize that the divinity working in this situation is exposing this person to you. It's exposing the reality, the truth of them or the situation to you. So you can make a decision as to how to better protect yourself from these types of low vibrational people or energies and situations, right? It's never our fault how people treat us, right? It's simply up to them. But what we do have to always take accountability for is people having enough access to us to cause the same problems, stressors, or issues that they have in the past. All of the fives in tarot are ruled by the Hierophant, and here you are with 2 out of the 4 fives in tarot, those being the Five of Cups and the Five of Pentacles. There are also the only suits in tarot that have a quote-unquote happy ending. You know, the 10 of Pentacles ends pretty happily, as well as the 10 of Cups. 10 of Wands and 10 of Swords, not too much. They don't end as nicely as the Cups and Pentacles. And that's also another reason probably too why the Knights are very different. The Knight of Cups and the Knight of Pentacles are a lot more laid back than the Knight of Swords and the Knight of Wands, right? And it probably has a lot to do with it. But you know, this is a huge indicator for you specifically, Pile 1, that your happiness does not end here. It begins with the end of this relationship or situation. You just crossed a major threshold in August by walking away from any form of mistreatment, especially verbal abuse, because it keeps coming up for you intuitively here. And someone here was mentally or emotionally abusive to you over and over and over again. And you couldn't see it necessarily because there was always a reason for it. Like, oh, they're stressed with work, or it's because I didn't do this, the right way, or that the right way. No, this person has issues, period. You have nothing to do with those issues. So these 2 fives here are telling you that the story ends beautifully. There's not happiness, but joy for you. You had to go through this release and ending before getting there. This was almost like a disease that needed to be cut out of your life in a sense. And I hate to call it that, but that's pretty much what it was for you. It was just almost like this repeat issue. Like I said, you simply had to go through this release before getting to where you're supposed to get to. And do not think that you are alone or in lack or without support because you walked away. You never had it in that situation or with that person. And you walking away means you're walking towards finding that true support now. And so, this is a hermit moment for you. And not in terms of being physically alone as he's generalized, but the hermit voluntarily seeks out a different type of contentment or peace. He voluntarily walks away from his life. So this is a big leap of faith month for you, but it'll feel very natural. Most of you will not at all struggle with walking away. You may have a little guilt because you understand that this person isn't as mentally or spiritually evolved as you, like I was saying earlier, but you also realize that you need to protect you. So don't mistake the fact that God or the universe, whatever you believe in, is right in the middle of the situation and has been calling for you to end this treatment for a long time. time. And you'll know if this message is meant for you because you'll be exhausted of dealing with the same issues and the same argument over and over again. You gain a lot of strength from this, pile one, by knowing your worth and walking away. So be proud of yourself, because your worth is going to start to reflect to you in many other spaces, places, and people. But this situation was never capable of producing that for you. And this is why the Nine of Pentacles is here for you. Let's see what astrological influences are in your life for this August. We have here fire element desire. This is a fire season that we are in, being in the season of Leo. And let's get one more. Fire element desire. Like I said, that conversation, you guys may have a conversation with someone, and it may be a little bit of a hot conversation. So we have here Venus love. Yeah, look, and Grand Cross provoker. Yeah, so Venus is the planet of relationships. She also rules justice to a certain degree, balance, harmony, beauty, things like that, intimacy. And underneath the deck for you, we have Yod Destiny. This is what I'm trying to tell you guys. It's a part of this ending for you, if this is with a relationship or a situation, whatever it may be, whatever this ending is, it was pretty much destined that way. Because like I said, this was another person's choices. It wasn't that it was necessarily fated to end that way. It was more so destined because of other people's choices. And that's what I was trying to say earlier, was that like the universe didn't manifest this ending for you. This other person or situation did, because of the choices that they made. And the universe is just exposing it to you. That's the only hand that the universe has in this situation. Other than that, this is this other person's doing, you know? And so for sure, this is what a lot of your month of August is kind of revolving around, in a sense, is a lot of this fire element desire. So this could even be with like a loved one, like somebody that you're in a romantic relationship with, where you just sort of like, you kind of come to a crossroads a little bit with this Grand Cross provoker card right here. And it gets to a point to where it's like, you know that you have to change things up. It's time to do things differently. I'm here for a purpose. I'm here to make this happen for myself, and I'm here to make this happen for my life. And so I just simply do not have the time for the same things that I used to. I just simply don't have the time for the drama and the issues and the problems. And this is what I'm really seeing with you guys, my pile ones, is just, I want to love, but you're making it very difficult for me. And that's why the Five of Cups is also here, as well as the Five of Pentacles. Another thing that's also coming through for my pile ones, for those of you that feel alone, even though you have people in your life, when you cut certain people out of your life that don't know how to treat you, you're going to start feeling less alone. It's interesting because it's like, you may lose out on a few relationships, but you're going to feel less alone having those people not in your life anymore. And that sounds like a really weird, it sounds like a really ironic sort of thing to say. Like, how will I feel less alone by cutting people out of my life? But it's like, that's why you feel so alone. Because some people are in your life and they're not acting like they're in your life. You know, like they're not the support system that you need. Let's see. Let's get some advice from your guides and your angels. Let's see how they want you to react and respond in the month of August to any sort of challenging energy. Just some encouraging words that they want to give you. Another thing too with Venus is she brings a lot of beauty into a person's life. And you have one of the cards of beauty with the Nine of Pentacles right here. The Nine of Pentacles, she has everything that she could ever want in her life. And she might not fit today's beauty standards, but but back when these cards were made, when A.E. Waite made these cards with Pamela Coleman Smith, she fit the standard of beauty. She was the standard of beauty. So, and we have Venus love here, the goddess of beauty. So this lets me know that even though August may get a little bit, maybe possibly messy in some of your relationships, it's going to bring a lot of beauty into your life by letting go of some of these relationships, because some of these relationships, like I said, it's some of these relationships for my pile ones that's making you feel alone. It's some of these relationships for my pile ones that's making you feel insecure, like you have low self-esteem, or like you're not good enough, or like you have to keep your mouth shut when you want to say certain things and speak your mind and speak your truth. It's some of these relationships that are making you feel very constricted. All right, so let's see. Some advice from your angels and guides and ancestors. We have here the card of clarity. Trigger statement, I am so confused. True statement, I am present. Allow your mind to clear and let the noise of your thoughts fall away. Listen to your intuition. Yeah, especially if your intuition has been telling you that it's time to do things differently, like what we talked about in the beginning of your reading. Then we have here Spearmint, the card of conviction. That's right, and it says trigger statement. No one listens to me. True statement, my voice is heard. Didn't I just tell you guys that the reason why you feel alone is because you have some people in your life? And it's saying right here, your voice is heard. And so it says, stand strong and communicate your message. The world is ready to receive what you have to share. We also have the Three of Swords in reverse right here. Yes, your voice is heard. And the reason that you guys are feeling like no one is listening to me, because you may be surrounded by a few people that are not listening, or they're ignoring, right? And so this is the thing that your guides and ancestors and your angels really want you to remember, is that your voice is heard. You are important. Underneath the deck here, we have Clove, and it says it's the card. Oh yeah, and then we also have you are here for a purpose, learning, realizing what matters to you. And so we have here the card Clove. This is the card of presence, and it says trigger statement. Why did this happen to me? True statement. How did this happen for me? You know that you are the star of your life, my dear. You are the lead, and the audience is here for you. Again, your voice matters. Your voice matters. Again. And even with this Three of Swords in reverse, like I said, you guys, you keep a lot of things to yourself. And in the month of August, for whatever reason, you're just like, here it is. I'm letting it rip. Like, I'm letting it all out. Like, this is how I feel. And you guys may have had to get pushed to that place. You may have had to get pushed to that place first. But don't feel upset about that. And then let's get one final message here from the Mother Aset, otherwise known as the Egyptian goddess Isis. I know her as the Neter Aset. Okay. So we have the card Miracle of Isis, miraculous healing of the goddess. And so I'm just going to be reading that out of the book. And then underneath the deck, we have initiation, spiritual testing of Ra, and the Lady Isis. I'm actually going to also read this paragraph too, because I feel like this may have a message for you as well. So give me a second. I'm pulling some cards from Mother Aset. I work with her regularly. But this August is all about Sirius. The ancient Cometians, aka the ancient Egyptians, they celebrated Sirius, otherwise known as Sotis, as the star that was very wise. It was one of their brightest stars. And Aset, or Isis, is known as the priestess of Sotis. And so that's what we celebrate when they call it the dog days of summer. We're actually celebrating Sirius being able to be visible in the sky once again. So, and it comes back around the Lionsgate portal 8/8. So, yeah, so, and it says here, Miracle of Isis, miraculous healing of the goddess. It says, Aset was known as a talented practitioner of the healing arts and was capable of miraculous healings. For you, beloved, she offers a miracle healing. No matter how much you have struggled with a particular matter, no matter how impossible it may seem to imagine your life without this old wound, addiction, problem, relationship issue, or inner struggle being a part of it, you are guided now to accept the possibility of miraculous healing, to let go and let the goddess be. Yeah, like I said, this seems like a recurring issue for you guys, for my pile ones. Seems like you're dealing with like a repeat offender. And this is what Aset wants to help you heal in the month of August. She wants to help truly bring this cycle to a close. This could even be generational for some of you if you are dealing with this when it comes to your family, or if you're dealing with this when it comes to your partner, your romantic partner. This could still be a generational sort of karmic issue that she really wants to help break and heal for you in the month of August. This is a huge month for shifting realities and for shifting karma. That's what it means when we shift realities. We are shifting karma, from how I've studied it anyways. So this month she really wants to help heal any sort of karmic baggage, any sort of karmic wounds. She really wants to help heal that so that it doesn't keep happening, so that you don't have to keep going back through this same lesson over and over and over again. She's getting tired of it. I'm pretty sure you're sick of it. Your guides and angels are tired of it. So, everyone's ready to move on. And so we have here initiation, spiritual testing of Ra and the Lady Isis. And it says, when you are being spiritually initiated into the mysteries of light, love, and power, there are moments of deep challenge. Yeah, the key is to find the light within the challenge, the learning, growth, or wisdom that can be summoned to turn the challenge into an opportunity for healing. Again, with the healing, yeah. And it says here, whilst the scorching heat of Ra seeks to burn through any resistance, the Lady is set with compassion and cleverness, will protect you from burning and instead enable you to be nourished and grow from the light of Ra. Let a set help you pass the test of intense growth as you thrive with new life. So there's new life on the way to you. This is just a matter of kind of burying the old once and for all, and truly burying it. Whether you choose to keep this person in your life or not, this is about truly bearing these old recurring issues so you can finally move on and start to embrace this new chapter with a lot more monetary blessings in it. And there's a lot more ease coming into your life when it comes to accumulating monetary blessings, tangible blessings, when it comes to things like your home life and, your domestic life, and when it comes to just owning things and your assets and your money and your income and your finances and your career. There's a huge blessing surrounding that with the Nine of Pentacles right here. And so this is what this is what the great mother, the Netzra set, really wants to help you heal, so you can start living that sort of lifestyle, because there's a huge shift that is wanting to happen when it comes, for sure, to your finances and the quality of life that you live, the type of lifestyle that you live. This is all about getting you in a different tax bracket. Pile 1, mark my words, this is what is happening for you with the Nine of Pentacles being here. So for sure, pile 1, this is what I'm seeing for you guys. Huge month for you. Thank you guys so very much for tuning in. Let me take this time to thank your guides, my guides, our higher self, amazing spirit, for these messages today. Hopefully you all come back to visit sometime soon. And until next time, please stay safe, healthy, blessed, keep conquering the world, and I will see you guys next time. Bye guys. All right, pile number 2, welcome to your reading. So we are going to be checking out your month of August, the amazing things coming to you, as well as a little bit of challenging energy, what you may need to look out for in terms of this opposition, this huge opposition occurring between the new moon and Saturn retrograde in the sign of Aquarius, which is something that I'm really highlighting when it comes to me personally looking at the charts of the horoscope for the month of August. And so, yeah, I'm also going to be pulling some additional oracle cards on camera and just taking a look at the blessings coming to you, as well as, like I said, a little bit of the challenging energy. So let's get started. The very first card that we have here for you, and these two cards right here will be showing me the blessings coming to you, the good things coming to you. And these two cards over here will be showing me a few of the challenges, some, caution signs that your guides and ancestors want you to look out for. So in terms of amazing energy, we have here the Justice card in reverse. Okay. And then we have the Empress card. Okay, upright. So I'm just already getting my clarifiers ready because I want to know a little bit more with you having 2 major arcana cards here, pile 2. But there's 3 sides to every story, right? There's your side, their side, and the truth. And the truth is the side that prevails in August for you. And it is completely unbiased. This is not you getting your way or them getting their way. This is whoever is on the same side of the truth getting the victory in a murky situation. There may have been some accusations thrown around recently, and you were somehow possibly and you were somehow possibly like involved, or your name was attached, but this is you being exonerated in a sense of these allegations, lies, and or assumptions. But you are getting clear. That's the first amazing thing happening for you. Another amazing thing happening for you seems to have to do with your reputation, and this is someone or people realizing that you have a lot of strength, inner power, and authority because of how you handled a situation or a rumor. It didn't take you out of yourself because you knew and you remained within the truth. So this is you appearing like an empress, holding down your own name or empire and what you have worked for by not feeling the need to come to your own defense. And the empress, as you can see, is seated with a shield. We actually just talked about her on Patreon. But as you can see, the Empress is seated right here with the shield. And what is on her shield is the symbol of Venus, the goddess of love, harmony, beauty, as well as justice. And a lot of people like to forget that about Venus, but when you love astrology, it's kind of impossible to forget that about her. But, she's seated with a shield, meaning that, yes, the Empress is equipped for war, but she does not fight in the same sense that we are used to the word fight or battle or war, right? So something else or someone else fights for her, in other words. And as you can see, the way that she fights is with the symbol on her shield, the symbol of Venus, which is love. And some will say the Ankh, which is the symbol of eternal life, the Kemetic symbol of eternal life. And so you didn't stoop to the level of the situation. And that's where you find a lot of rewards piled too. I also see someone treating you like royalty, and I keep getting the image of your spouse doing something really super duper nice for you this month, but it's like a surprise. And so I don't want to talk like too much on it, but this is like your romantic partner, your spouse, boyfriend, girlfriend, whoever this may be, or like partner, whoever this may be. It just seems like they want to do something really super special for you. And this could be because of what's going on with the situation with you possibly being involved in something that's a little messy or just a little dramatic, something along those lines, and they just want to do something nice for you. Or this could just be them just wanting to do something nice for you just for the hell of it, which is really lovely. And the Hermit has been coming out like crazy the last couple of weeks. If he keeps coming, sorry you guys, if he keeps coming out though, if the Hermit keeps coming out, I am going to have to do a reading on the Hermit as to why he keeps coming out if he keeps doing that over the next couple of weeks. But for sure, I don't know, you guys could be like celebrating an anniversary or something this month. Like I said, this could just be for no reason, but it leaves you feeling like you're on cloud nine. It leaves you feeling like an empress. Pile 2, there's going to be a few people going out of their way to shower you with gifts and love and affection. This could also be as well people using gifts and shows of affection as a way to say sorry, for getting something wrong, sorry for something. It could definitely have to do with that. Some of you are Leos yourself. So this could be like your birth month, because as you guys know from Patreon, we talked about the Empress and how she's connected to the verse in Revelation 12:1. Look at that. We have the 6 of Wands, and then we've got the Ace of Swords. And these just felt like your cards for sure. Yeah, but we talked about over on Patreon how the Empress is connected to the verse 12:1 from the book of Revelation in the Christian canon, and how we analyze what the 12 stars could mean from that verse. And some will say it's the 12 zodiac signs, because as you can see, the Empress, she has 12 stars on top of her head, and that is like it's like her crown in a sense. As you guys can see, these cards have a glare. So I use them because I love them, but they do have a bit of a glare. But yeah, we talked about how it could mean the 12 zodiac signs, which is what some say. So this could definitely be like your birth month that people celebrate with you. And if it is your birthday this month, then just know it'll be one of your best birthday celebrations that you have ever had. Like, you're going to walk away feeling so loved and appreciated by the people in your life. It's just going to be an amazing, amazing time, because that's their goal. That's the people around you's goal, is just to let you know how special you are to them. Just like we have with the 6 of Wands right here. As you can see, they're celebrating him in the 6 of Wands. All these people came by to celebrate him. And we even have the Ace of Swords right here. So please try to manifest as well on the 8th of August this month, because that's your time in terms of law of attraction and setting intentions, for sure, with the Ace of Swords and the Six of Wands coming out for you, especially with how well taken care of you're going to be feeling, whether this is other people taking care of you or you showing up for you and spoiling yourself. You're going to be feeling very well nourished and satisfied, which will in turn make you feel very in touch with your power. And that's, that's going to create this beautiful breeding ground for you, in a sense, to manifest something quite big as well, should you need to. And you know what, you guys, I'm just now realizing I totally forgot to pull one of your oracle cards in the beginning of your reading. So let's do that really quickly. Oh, wow. Okay, that's funny. So we have here, what does your heart want? Be free to manifest your heart's desires. I was just giving you guys the green light, or telling you, like, definitely make sure that you try to manifest on the 8th of August. This is huge for you guys, my pile twos. Now, these ones fell face flat, which usually indicates to me it's not your cards. But what they say anyways is you are your greatest gift. Your life's journey is your masterpiece, and you are unlimited. What you can create is unlimited. But I'm just going to look under the deck to see your other card, and it says here, stay strong, be a guiding light, ground yourself, and be love. Yeah, okay, so I guess I don't really need to explain that much, because it just I think it just came out to confirm what I was saying, which is definitely make sure that you guys, my pile twos, are manifesting come August 8th, setting some real big intentions on the 8th of August, or at least around that new moon, at least around that week of time. It'll be very, very good time for you guys to set intentions, especially because, like I said, you guys are very well taken care of around that time, with the Empress card being here. And another thing too that I'm seeing working out for you guys with this Justice in reverse is someone being like overturned or overruled by like their superior. So I don't know if maybe you guys are like waiting for some sort of waiting for something to come through, or waiting to hear a word on something, or waiting for like some paperwork. It could be anything, maybe you tried to get something and someone told you no, or like rejected you. What I'm actually seeing is possibly their superior coming in for you guys and kind of overturning that no answer. I don't know what that could be for, but whatever that is, that you may have faced a recent rejection over. Like I said, it's just somebody like of a higher ranking coming through, looking at the situation and giving you the go ahead, and kind of overturning that last decision or that recent decision. And this could have to do with something like maybe a loan or a lease or a job. With this Justice card right here, it could even have to do with the courts, something along those lines. Expect to hear a different answer from someone superior in the month of August for some of my pile twos. Now let's look at the energy surrounding your challenges for the month. And we have here, we've got the Page of Pentacles. And then we've got the Page of Wands in reverse. Okay. So we've got two pages. One of them is in reverse for your challenging energy. And the reason why I wanted to look into challenging energy, because normally when I do these readings for the month, I'm just looking at the amazing things, the good things, and the blessings coming our way. But I had to check into the challenging energy because of this huge opposition between Saturn retrograde in the sign of Aquarius and the new moon happening in the sign of Leo. And it was just giving me all types of feels and all types of downloads that we talked about extensively in Patreon. And if you're watching this early from Patreon right now, then that's the video that probably went up before this one. And hey to my patrons, of course, too. We've got the Page of Pentacles and the Page of Wands in reverse. So the caution here, pile two, is very simple, straight and to the point. The message here is do not talk about it, be about it. Do not tell someone what you are going to do or what you can do without having some sort of evidence as to what you have done. So this is about showing up with tangible proof of what you can do instead of just talking about it. Very important to not be. Let me correct that. It's very important in the month of August for my pile twos to not be idealistic without some realism in there. This month for you is about putting your money where your mouth is and being very careful to not make promises because you're hopeful or you're pretty sure that you can keep them. You know, you're pretty sure that you can kind of keep up with something. And this is the month where you want to have your dues paid ahead of time. You know, so it's like if someone is like asking you, hey, can you do this, this, and this? It's really important not to rely on like, yeah, I think I can, it should be fine. No. You want to make sure you know without the shadow of a doubt that you can come through. This is because the Pentacles is tangible physical evidence of or proof. And the Wands is more of a dreamer. It's passion, desire, want, and need, but it's not alive yet in the tangible realm. So for example, let's say someone approaches you looking for like, I don't know, like just off the top of my head, a video editor, and they're paying good money. Now, this message here, these 2 pages right here, is cautioning you to not underestimate the responsibility. So don't jump at the chance because you think you can do it, or you kind of did it 3 years ago from one of your cousins. It's like, are you certified? Do you do this regularly? Is this a career or a profession of yours? How educated are you in this field? This is about actually being able to be whatever you say you are, pile 2. And another thing for my artists and creatives, another huge caution sign here is telling you to keep your work on hand this month. There's a major chance that my artists or creatives may run into someone that can help you along in your career, but this person wants to be able to see your work right then and there. They don't want you to call them a day later or an hour later or a week later, or hey, you know, I'll have my work with me in like a couple of minutes, just let me go run to the car and get it. No, this person, whoever this is, they seem maybe like, I don't know if they're maybe very busy, if they have like a lot going on, a lot of money, if they're very well known, I don't know, but it's like you want to be able to have it right then and there. Okay, super duper important. So just make sure if you can't carry your work with you, that you have some pictures and videos of it to carry around on your phone in case you do run into this type of person, because it's very probable for my pile 2s this month. Like I said, you won't be able to talk up your talents, in other words, you know, and what it is that you do. This person, they want to see it. They need to see it, hear it, feel it. So let's say like you're a fashion designer, make sure you have an outfit with you or your sketches on you, or that you're always wearing one of your pieces this month, because you need to become your art this month, or your own model, your own example. So whoever this is can really see what you are capable of. That's going to be really important for you guys, especially with the 6 of Wands and this Ace of Swords right here. Someone wants to see what you are capable of. For sure. Let me just get 2 clarifiers for your challenging cards. Look at that. We've got the 9 of Pentacles. Wow. This is what I'm talking about. Don't talk about it, be about it. 9 of Pentacles. This is all about being able to manifest. What was that? Justice. Yeah, I thought that was Justice again. Justice came out for you again. And then we have here the 3 of Cups and the Page of Wands again, but he's upright this time. So yeah, this is really important not to just talk about it, but be about it. And for sure too. And then we have here the Emperor underneath the deck. Yeah, you guys may be running into a man or somebody that is at the top of their game, some sort of a leader, some sort of a CEO, an owner, some sort of superior. There's like a superior sort of energy in your reading that keeps popping up. And I felt him earlier. I felt the Emperor earlier. That's why I kept talking about the superior. So yeah, you guys either may run into a situation where a superior comes through and is like, no, give him a chance. Or somebody comes through that is really, they're practically the superior. They're practically the one that's in charge. And they're like, well, I want to see your work and I can totally take this back and, you know, make something happen. But you guys are running into like a male figure this month. This is a male figure for sure with the Emperor right here. You also have the Empress. So definitely make sure that you guys, and this could happen at a time where you guys are just hanging out with friends, as you can see with this 3 of Cups right here. It could happen at a time, during a time where you guys are just kind of enjoying yourself. Maybe you're just out getting drinks. Maybe you're out partying. Maybe you're out doing something. This is because 3 of Cups is a card of celebration, partying and things of that sort. So this could happen where your guard is completely down and you are not thinking that you're going to run into or meet anyone. And you do. You literally manifest as you are out minding your own business, just having fun. And that's usually how it ends up always happening, is like when you least expect it is when it ends up happening. Page of Wands. Yeah, this is somebody that can take a huge word back to someone else. This is somebody that can deliver the word to someone else that like, hey, there's someone to watch out for. They're really talented. They're really good. Let's give them a shot. Let's give them a chance. Like they have the ability, like the Page of Wands is somebody that has like direct access to the king. He can go to the king. Now the people in the pip cards from cards 2 through 10, they can't get to the king and the queen, but the Page of Wands can. He can. He practically works for the king and queen. He's practically, you know, in a position to end up one day as a king or a queen. So he has direct access to them. This is what I'm saying. It's really important for, and you have not 1 or 2 pages, but you have 3 here. 3 pages. And the Page of Wands, like I said, wands, it represents desires, wants, needs. So this is somebody that can take your desires back to someone else and say, hey, let's give them a chance. Like they have real pull at this place. They've got real pull. So yeah. And that was supposed to be like your challenging energy. So I think the only challenge there is like, just don't keep your guard down too much. Even when you think like, oh, I'm just going to go hang out with my friends or go see a movie or, you know, whatever, go over a friend's house. You'd be shocked. You'd be shocked who is like there that can do something for you. So just make sure that you keep that on you. Okay. Let me see. Oh yeah. Let's get some astrology cards for my pile of 2s. See which astrological influences are playing a big role in your month of August. We have here Virgo, I analyze. Okay. Virgo, I analyze. And then we have, all right. Then we have Earth element stability. And underneath the deck here we have Taurus, I have. Okay. So pile 2. The biggest astrological influences for you, because Virgo is we have Virgo in the earth element. Virgo is a earth sign, as well as Taurus, which is underneath the deck for you. And so this is all about I have and I analyze. So you're analyzing things that you have, or like I was saying, someone else is analyzing what you have. Someone else is analyzing it. They are looking at you. So this could also mean as well for my pile 2s, that someone may have been watching you, keeping an eye on you. And when they run into you, that may be their opportunity where they're like, hey, if you have some of your work on you, or if you have like, I don't know, a social media account, just sort of showcasing what you do and showcasing your work, showcasing what you can do, they're going to take this back. People are analyzing what you have to offer this month. Point blank period. Someone is, and this is a high up. You've got too many pages here. Then you had the Empress and the Emperor. You had the Justice come out twice. And the nine of Cups, which is the card of manifestation. Yeah, you guys are definitely someone's looking at what you have and what you have to offer. And they're kind of looking at you in a way where it's like, you know, should we maybe extend an invite to them? Should we extend an opportunity to them, a business deal? You know, like, should we send an email? Should we reach out? And it's like someone running into you possibly, or getting some access to you. That could really seal the deal for you right there. And I just heard contract. So I don't know what that could be, but it could be some sort of like long-standing, long-term contract for you that ends up bringing, oh, wow. That ends up bringing stability to my pile 2s. Wow. Okay. Yeah, I just heard contract, and that's why. So yeah, this could be something that's like a game changer, like changes you guys' life, like no joke. So make sure that you have your stuff on hand with you. Let's get a couple of messages from the Mother of Set, just to see what she has to say. You may know her as the Egyptian goddess Isis. And the reason that I'm reading from her this month is because of the Lionsgate portal, which stems in large part from Kemetic tradition and the dog days of summer, which has everything to do with the star Sirius or the star Sotis. And Aset, or Isis, was known as the priestess of Sotis. So just getting a couple messages from her for you guys for this month. And so we have here, we've got Goddess of 10,000 Names, Isis, endless emanations of the priestess. And then we also have the lunar queen, she of the celestial crescent. All right. And then underneath the deck, we had healing the divine masculine, Osiris rises. Okay. Some of you guys as well, your partner may be healing this month. Because a masculine figure kept popping up in your reading. So this could be your divine masculine. And even if you are a heterosexual male, this could be the divine masculine in your life. It could be your father. It could be a brother of yours. It could be a really good friend of yours, you know, or it could be you healing certain aspects of your own masculine energy, possibly. So you know what I'm actually going to do? I'm actually going to leave this out and read this message as well for you guys. Because the Emperor, I kept sensing him and then he actually came out in your reading. So I'm going to leave him out and we'll read that paragraph as well. All right. And it says here, Goddess of 10,000 names. It says, a set with many names, forms, associations, and expressions is referred to as a goddess of 10,000 names. A name holds power. It defines and energizes or limits. The names, faces, and roles that you play are just one part of your being, yet you exist beyond them. Beloved initiate, as a vast being, you are currently realizing that you are not limited by previous identities that you held. Instead, you are becoming more of your whole self. Enjoy the uncovering of even more you. So you guys get to do more for yourself this month too. And we, like I said, we have the Empress here. So this is just talking about you getting to do a lot more for yourself, getting to focus more on yourself, maybe even getting the opportunity to shine yourself this month. Some of you guys may be Leos, or you have some very strong Leo energy in your chart. You may have a lot of energy, a lot of planets bunched up in your 5th house, in your natal chart. Your sun may be heavily aspecting some other personal planets or major planets in your natal chart as well. All right, and what it says here for the Lunar Queen is it says that there is a deep feminine wisdom that recognizes the importance of cycles and rest and replenishment as essential balancing to our actions of power and demonstration. You are asked to allow this replenishment for yourself now, trusting that you are in a cycle of creation, like the Empress right here, that is about to shift into a new phase. Release and enjoy the process without having to control or force it. Yeah, you guys are already aware of that though. Like I said, when we were talking about the Empress, she has the tools for war. She has her shield right there, but she's not the one fighting in that war. She has other people fighting for her. She's got pages and knights and other people that can fight her battles. She doesn't have to get her hands dirty. And this is why this card is upright for you guys, just to say that you are in a space now where you can kind of sit back and relax and start to actually just draw things into you. All right, and with healing the divine masculine, it says the divine masculine within men and women is the energy that allows for protection, discernment, healing, and a sense of deep safety and holding, even through the most uncomfortable circumstances of life. When the masculine within us is healthy and strong, we have an inner strength to hold ourselves safe through anything. Your inner masculine is going through healing right now, growing stronger in his ability to offer you inner protection and stability so that your inner feminine can blossom with creative expression. I just heard a voice telling me to read the incantations for this card here. So I'm going to do that for you guys. Osiris, I know him as Wazir, but Osiris may be a guide for some of you here. You may be very close to him, to his story. Some of you as well, you may have even been betrayed by a brother or a brother figure, or like your sibling who is a brother, because Osiris, Wazir, he was betrayed by his brother Set, and his sister Aset, Isis, she's the one that brought him back to life. But he had to rule the underworld because of this. But yeah, so there's something here about healing the divine masculine. Some of you may have been betrayed by a man or a masculine in your life, and there is just a lot of healing that needs to happen around masculine energy in your life. Maybe there's certain toxic masculine traits that you guys have either taken on or been okay with or are healing in your present life. You may notice other people around you, other males around you, masculine energies around you with very unhealthy traits, or that are in the process of healing those traits. And so I'm going to read the invocation because I heard that something here wanted me to do that for you. I believe it was Wazir's voice. But yeah, and especially too, if Osiris is not a guide of yours, just look into him, read about his story. And if you find that you have a lot in common with him, it's more than likely because he's a guide of yours, but he'll let you know for sure, okay? And so the invocation here is for, it says you can use this at any time that you need to re-engage with masculine energy in a new and healthier way, whether within yourself when there is a question of boundaries or integrity at hand, or when relating to another and you want to bring a healthy, high vibrational energy to the relationship. And so it says here, and so the invocation says here, man of power, man of fire, man who liberates heart's desire, man within and man without, man stronger than fear or doubt, father, warrior, leader, lover, protector, hunter, teacher, brother, man divine, man of love, man of the earth, man of heaven above. Your strength, your power, my power, your love, my love, integrity, honor, compassion, protection, tenderness, stability, passionate attention, man divine, man of love, man of the earth, man of heaven above. And so that invocation was for if you needed any sort of healing when it comes to masculine energy. But other than that, pile 2, you guys look to really do have like a good month ahead of you where you guys seem to be celebrated. It seems to be whatever confusion was going on recently seems to get cleared up. You seem to be able to remove yourself from that drama, from that murky situation. And as well as too, I see a lot of people celebrating you this month. And we also pulled the 6 of Wands to help confirm that information there. So it looks to be a very beautiful month for you. And even the challenging energy here was just like, just make sure you're on your game because you could run into a really big opportunity and you don't want to have to say like, oh, let me call you back. So even your challenging energy sounded like good news to me. But this is all that I'm saying for you, pile 2. Thank you guys so very much for tuning in. Let me take this time to thank your guides, my guides, our higher self, amazing spirit, of course, the Netter set and the Netter Wiser for coming through and delivering these messages today. Hopefully you all come back to visit sometime soon and stay safe, healthy, blessed. Keep conquering the world, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye, guys. Pile number 3, welcome to your reading. So we are going to be looking into your month of August, this Leo season, to see what is going to be happening this month for you in terms of amazing things and blessings coming your way. So that's what these 2 cards over here on the left are going to represent, the amazing things and the blessings happening for your life, the beneficial energy. And then these 2 cards on the right will be showing me the energy surrounding your challenges this month. And the reason that I'm looking into challenges, normally I just look into the amazing things happening for us month to month, but the reason that I'm looking at the challenges is because, as you heard in the intro, I was talking about the opposition occurring between the new moon and Saturn retrograde in the sign of Aquarius, and for me that there was just a lot going on with that, so I had to check into that for all of us. And so that's what we're going to be looking at today. Then I'm going to be pulling some additional oracle cards on camera to just check out your month in full. So and we'll also be hearing from the mother, the Netter Aset, otherwise known as the Egyptian goddess Isis, today. Okay, so let's just get started, and I pray you guys had a very beautiful new moon in Leo. The very first card that we have for you, pile 3, is Explore, Love, Create. The only thing that holds you back is you. This is a huge reminder for you this month, pile 3, that the only thing that can and will hold you back is you this month. And there is nothing else, no one else that can get in the way of what is meant for you besides you. And you know, sometimes we just have to simply be saved from ourselves. Sometimes we are our own worst enemy. Sometimes we're our biggest challenge or biggest blockage. And to me, that always registers as great, like great news, because it's like, well, I can control me. I can work with me. It's other people that I can't control and can't necessarily work with. So, for me, that always registers as really good news, because if we're the only ones in our way, all we have to do is just simply step out of our own way. And so that's really great news. And, I'm not downplaying that as well. I know it can be challenging for us to get out of our own way. Trust me, I've been there before, and I don't think it's something that I'll ever be done dealing with. I think that's just like a life lesson. But this is a really good, in my opinion, this is great news for you guys this month, that there's really nothing in your way besides your own limiting beliefs and things of that nature. And then we have here underneath the deck, it says, embrace the dark, shine your true light upon this earth. Okay, so there may be a few instances in August where it's like you have to almost like talk yourself up in a sense, or you have to like remind yourself like, I'm that woman or I'm that man. I've done this, I've done that. There may be a few times where you almost like forget who you are, forget what you're capable of in the month of August. This won't be the whole month for you though. From what I'm feeling, this is probably more so going to be around that opposition that we deal with around the time of the new moon, which is August 8th. This card is also saying the same thing that this card was saying, which is embrace the dark, shine your true light upon this earth. So that's saying that there's no reason to be afraid of the dark because you are the light. And sometimes that's why things can seem so dark, is because we don't recognize ourselves as the light, and we're looking for someone else to be the light. We're looking for something else to be the light and to shine light into a dark situation or a dark room or on a dark experience. And it's like, you don't have to look for that light anywhere else because you are that. So this is all about not forgetting who you are and not allowing yourself to get in your own way, not allowing yourself to hold back you. So it seems like the month of August for my pile 3 is more so as maybe like a little bit of conflict with yourself. And so let's just look into your cards and see what else we can see here. So for as far as the amazing things happening for you this month, let's start there first. And so we have here the Hanged Man. He's been showing up quite a bit lately as well, but he's been showing up in reverse lately. So there's a little bit of different energy here with you guys. And then we've got Judgment. So we've got 2 major arcana cards for my pile 3s. Another pile kind of had that as well, so that's pretty interesting. You got the Hangman and Judgment. So pile 3, you were rerouted recently, and this will resonate if you experienced a rejection or someone saying no, plans falling through, things not working out. If you feel like you experienced a bout of bad luck recently, it's because you were rerouted actually. You know the saying that their rejection is God's protection or something like that. So I don't know why that saying always makes me laugh, but but in August, you're going to see that play out. And there was a good reason for the other situation falling through. And it was a really good thing that it didn't go your way, because then August wouldn't have happened the way that it's going to. So someone had an accident. I don't know why, but it looks like flooding either in someone's home or like a place of business. And this could possibly lead to like an even better space or a better home, maybe at like a cheaper price, something along those lines. It's a really random message coming through. So that might only be for literally like one person here. Very specific message for a very specific viewer, okay? Because it's something that I'm seeing intuitively. But this could be anything. Like you went out on a date and they never returned your call, and because of that, you end up meeting a long-term partner this month. Maybe you went out for drinks because you were all like sad that like, another person like rejected you after a date, and like you meet the love of your life. Like you meet like the father or the mother of your children, or like your spouse or your life partner, and so it's like maybe you didn't get that job that you were banking on, but that's because you would have passed up the job that's coming to you in August with a lot more pay and a lot more leniency and a lot more freedom. So Hangman is ruled by Neptune and Pisces, which rules the 12th house, as well as the hands and feet. And Judgment is ruled by Mars. So this is highlighting huge change in your life, especially with Judgment here, because Judgment is all about a calling and the liberation of the soul. This is a calling my pile 3s had a while ago, to look towards a different career field, to get into a different industry. Like I said, Judgment is all about liberation, and the Hangman to a degree is also. So in August pile 3, this is you shedding old skin, breaking out of old habits, routines, jobs, even relationships. The thing coming up the most for some of you is you breaking out of this rut that you feel your life has been stuck in. Doing the same thing every day, day in and day out. Look at that, 9 of Pentacles. Doing the same thing every day, day in and day out. not being challenged enough, and maybe even feeling bored with life to a certain degree. And August brings you the gift of getting out from an underlying look. And we have the High Priestess here. This is all about your calling. This is your calling. 6 of Cups, and you've had this calling since you were a child, pile 3. If you have not acted on your life's calling, your life's purpose just yet, August is all about that. It's all about making you so uncomfortable that you finally take that leap and you're like, okay, I cannot ignore this anymore. You're going to keep getting dreams of this. You're going to keep getting memories of this. This is going to stay so heavy in your subconscious until you take that first step and you branch out. And there's a lot of monetary blessings and gifts coming from that, coming from you embracing your own purpose. 6 of Cups, this is something that you've known about since you were a kid, that you were meant to do this. And if you're wondering what that is, it's like, what did you love doing when you were a kid? What did you love doing that you were a kid that you thought that wouldn't make you money or it wouldn't, be able to pay your bills when you got older, because like I said, Judgment again is about the liberation of the soul. Hangman is about finally seeing things differently. And so, and especially in today's time with technology being what it is, it's like people are really able to follow their dreams. It's always going to be a risk following your dreams, but this is like your time, pile 3. It's just simply your time. August brings you the gift of getting out from under anything or anyone that's kept you stuck, trapped, stagnant, and unable to renovate your lifestyle. So this could be a mortgage or a house payment that's kept you stuck. It could be a job or a relationship or a health condition that has kept you stuck. This is a responsibility turned burden that August is bringing you the gift of being freed from. The only thing is having to maybe have a conversation with someone where you tell them like, hey, I'm leaving the company, by the way, or I'm quitting that job, or I'm moving away. So you may be trying to avoid that to some degree with the Hangman here, just that little bit of discomfort. But it's like it's time for you to put you first and to jump at this chance to get out of this recycled state of living. You've been in need of that for a very long time, pile 3, and it's coming for you. So this is a calling that's coming for you, and it is saying that when this calling hits in the month of August, answer it. This calling could be for you to finally leave your job, to finally walk away from something, to finally take someone up on that job offer, or take someone up on that, date, or whatever it may be. So whatever it is, like I said, when this calling strikes in the month of August, it's very important that you take it, and you're going to know that it is your calling because it's going to feel right for you. It's going to feel right for you for sure. Let's see. Let's check out the energy surrounding your challenges for this month. Wow. For real? So the challenging energy, Judgment in reverse. This has actually been happening a little bit today, where I had a couple of the challenging cards kind of reflect these cards over here. And then we also have the 7 of Pentacles. Okay. So again, the challenge is making sure that you do not pass up that call. Do not ignore that call. Judgment in reverse is all about ignoring the call. Do not ignore the call, pile 3. Super duper important. But for you to get Judgment in reverse, for you as far as the challenges, this is very interesting because the square between Saturn and the new moon is causing a very hard stop in some people's lives. Or not the square, but the opposition is causing a very hard stop in some people's lives, and a riptide of consequences and results for others. With you, pile 3, Judgment in reverse is like a caution for you to not be too narrow-minded about what can happen with you being set free. Sometimes being set free is scarier than being trapped, because with freedom comes an infinite amount of options, choices, and directions. Judgment in reverse wants you to be able to pause, especially with the 7 of Pentacles besides it. It wants you to pause and look at all the opportunity and every viable direction in front of you. The challenge for you is about taking your time as well, looking over your options, and then making a decision or taking action when you feel most comfortable and most ready. Most comfortable with this Judgment in reverse and most ready with the 7 of Pentacles. Some of you are starting your own business or brand in August, and you are wondering where it's going to take you. That'll be your biggest, most troubling concern, is what's going to happen with the 7 of Pentacles, is That's what that is. It's all about what's going to happen. But Judgment in reverse is saying that once you take the leap of faith, really embrace it, because in August you may feel ready to make this big change, but once you do, you instantly regret it, or you question if it was the right move. But this is all about patience, pile 3, and that's the biggest challenge. And that's the biggest challenge for you in August. I think too, you guys always have a plan, and you seem to be pretty organized, or at least know what's next for you. And with this situation, you cannot predict what's to come. And that's what's difficult for you, is the fact that you have to plant these seeds and just wait to see what's going to happen. And so that may be why some of you guys are a little bit reluctant to take up this opportunity or this chance or whatever this may be, because it's like, I have to wait to see these results. I have to wait to see the outcome. So it may just seem risky in a sense with the 7 of Pentacles right here. Another challenge that I'm also seeing for you guys is no news being good news. No news being good news. Like I said, you guys just want to know. You just want to know. You just want to know. And in the month of August, that desire to know does not go away. If anything, it kind of amps up. And so there's something about no news being good news, but that's a challenging thing for you. It's like, but you still want the news that it's good news. I'm not sure what this could be. This could have to do with a health condition. Let me just shuffle a couple of clarifiers. Let's see here. This could have to do with like some sort of a health condition, possibly. Yeah, we do have Mars in the sign of Virgo for this new moon. Judgment is ruled by the Mars card. We have here 9 of Swords in reverse. To clarify your challenge cards, 9 of Swords in reverse. Yeah, this is there's also a challenge when it comes to not worrying. Like I said, no news is good news. And 9 of Swords is the card of worry. But it's like there's no news is good news, but that's troubling for you for some reason. Yeah, we got the Star in the Tower. You guys keep getting a lot of major arcana cards too. This is 5 major arcana cards now. And we have the Queen of Wands underneath the deck. Yeah, this is all about having hope. You guys are almost kind of like, you guys are almost kind of giving yourself anxiety a little bit. You're kind of almost assuming that the worst is about to fall down on you, like right down on your head with this Tower card right here and the Star card right here. The Tower card is also ruled by Mars. The Star card is ruled by Aquarius. So this is staying hopeful. This is definitely staying hopeful. Queen of Wands right here. So don't do anything, too reckless when it comes to your health this month. Make sure that you're being very, very careful when it comes to your health, because it looks like you guys are really worried about something. And like I said, no news is good news, but you can't help but to worry about this, whatever this may be. And so that's what your challenges really are, is just like not working yourself up into a frenzy, keeping that hope, not thinking that your whole world is about to come crumbling down with this Tower card right here. It's like you're just waiting for the sky to fall on your head. And you're really worried about that. So yeah, definitely try not to do that for this month. It just looks to be like your challenge just looks to be worrying and really just not being too hopeful. And then, oh yeah, and then we have right here, embrace the dark. Embrace the dark. And the only thing that holds you back is you. Yeah. You guys may be worried a little bit about money too. You may have, ooh, wow, that was a lot that came out. Okay, I'm gonna keep shuffling. You guys may also be worried about money. You guys may have lent someone money that said they were gonna pay you back by a certain time, and the day is getting closer and closer and closer, and you may need that money. And you may be thinking about what happens if you don't get the money in time. What happens if you don't get this or that in time, if you don't hear from someone or something by that time. Yeah, second house owning. So this is money that you guys are worried about. This is money. Because these cards here are showing me the astrological influences on your month of August. And so we have second house owning. So you may have a big transit going through your second house. It may have been flowing through your second house for a while. Bigger transits normally take time. And then we also have here Neptune sacrifice. This could have been a loss of money, a sacrifice of money. 11th house friends. Like I said, you guys may have lent someone money. You guys may have lent a friend some money or something like that. They were supposed to come. They promised to pay you back. They were supposed to come through. They haven't done it yet. And you really need that money now. And you may be worrying about like, well, what if the time comes and I still don't have the money? Don't worry about it. Try not to worry about this. Taurus, I have. Yeah, again, Taurus rules the second house. So this is again about what you have. This is about your money, their money, them not, somebody not paying you in time. And you may be worried about, or something having to do with money. Like if you don't have the money in time, can I pay my bills? Will I make rent in time? Will I make my mortgage in time? Will I be able to pay this off in time? Well, you know, it's like you're worried about the consequences of not having this in the right amount of time. But there's something here about no news being good news. I don't know what that means, but it's no news is good news. So let's see, let's get some advice from your angels. Get some advice from your angels and your ancestors just to see what they want to say to you for this month of August to just not be worried about. And then it says here, this is Tangerine, the card of innocence. Trigger statement, I have so much to do. True statement, I am playful. It says, let the burdens of responsibility go in this moment and look at your world with the eyes of a child. Like I was saying, don't worry about it. You guys are worried about your responsibilities, being able to meet your responsibilities this month. There's something about time and money that keeps coming through. So you may be worried about getting paid in time, getting some sort of money in time. You guys too as well may be waiting to hear word back when it comes to something about your home keeps popping up. I don't know what this is, but something about your home keeps popping up. And then we have here the card anti-aging, the card of spirituality. Trigger statement, I'm so disconnected. True statement, everything is connected. It will be beneficial for you to spend time in quiet contemplation. You need to reflect within to find the answers that you seek. And then underneath the deck here we have Maleluca. I don't know. This is a card of evolution. Trigger statement, things will never change. True statement, I attract only what is for my highest good. The imbalances in relationships that have been keeping you down are no longer needed. You are ready to transform. Yeah. We also have the 11th house friends card right here. So for sure, this could be somebody that you lent money to that's kind of putting you in a really precarious, tense ass position, just waiting for them to come through. And Neptune sacrifice, you may have done something for them, sacrificed something to them, given something to them. And it's like, where are you? I need this for my own home. I need this for my own money. I need this for my own bank account. I need this for my own responsibilities and bills and payments and things like that. And so, and then you have here judgment twice. So this position that you are in, especially if it's because of someone else, like you lent something to someone else and they were supposed to have done something in a certain amount of time, gotten back to you, and they haven't, with this judgment right here, it may be saying like, you might not want to ever lend them anything ever again. Or that may be making you rethink your relationship with them too. That was something that we talked about on Patreon when I was really diving into the chart for the new moon in Leo happening August 8th. And that kept coming up, is kind of falling out and breaking away from people, breaking away from certain relationships, because it's like you're giving and you're not getting as much back as what you give to them. And that could be a situation happening for my pile 3s this month. So now I'm just shuffling a card. I want to get a couple of cards here from the Mother Aset, the Neter Aset. And the reason that I want to hear from her this month is because we have the 8/8 new moon is actually referred to as the Lion's Gate. And that comes from Kemetic tradition, otherwise known as ancient Egyptian tradition. Okay, so, and underneath the deck here we have the Brother in Darkness. overcoming negative energy with feminine power. And we also have right here, embrace the dark. So, okay, so I'm also going to read this card for you guys as well. So I'll keep all these out. And then we also have the eye. And then we also have the Eye of Horus, and it says awakening divine perception. Okay, so I'm going to read all three of these out of the book, so give me a second. And with the Eye of Horus, it says here, Eye of Horror brings divine perception, protection, and insight. You are gifted with certain spiritual abilities, including divine sight, that are awakening and growing now. You have much divine support and protection so that you may grow your abilities and serve others with your divine gifts. Trust your perception and know that you are divinely protected. Yeah, so you guys are actually picking up somebody's energy this month that otherwise you maybe don't pick up as much or as normally. And so your Venus may be in the sign of Leo, or it could be in Aquarius, or your Venus, your natal Venus may be in your 5th house or your 11th house, or your Venus may aspect the sun somehow. It may conjunct it, square it, trine it, oppose it. And because something about your or it could be Neptune for you as well. Your Neptune could be transiting your 5th house right now. But there's definitely something here that is saying don't ignore the signs, right? And as well as too with this 11th house friends card, and then what it said right here, imbalanced relationships that need to be transformed or let go of, that have been keeping you down, those really need to be assessed. And so if you guys are just picking up any sort of energies, feelings, sensations, anything about like they shouldn't have put me in this type of predicament or this type of situation, that is something that you really need to pay attention to for this month of August, okay? And then we have enter the chamber of healing in the divine chamber of the Lady Aset, as well as to you guys, who is Horus. He may be a guide of yours, especially if you dream about a falcon. If falcon is like a bird that you are very close to, that is the bird that is associated with Hor. I know him as Hor, but Horus is his Greek name, but he may be a guide of yours, and he's the one that brings sight, true divine sight. He's the one that really expands like crazy your third eye. Every time after I'm done working with him, it's crazy the things that I'm able to see every time that I work with him. So you guys your eyes may be opening in the month of August where you're just like, I don't deserve this type of treatment. This should not have been happening, and it's like you're able to kind of see things like that. So yeah, and what it says here with enter the chamber of healing, a spiritual gift of healing is coming to you now. Be open without expectation or preconceived notions and allow the healing from the Lady Aset, Mistress of Magic, to help you find the best solution for any situation that does not appear to be as it should be. Yeah, exactly. Take your time and create space into which her magic and energy can flow now. Expect your miracle. Beautiful. And then it also says right here, embrace the dark. And this is talking about a dark chamber for healing. And then we also have over here the brother in darkness. So give me a second. Let me read this card as well. There's been a lot of relationship messages coming up for everyone this month of August. It's all in the astrological charts as well. It's just, and it's not even like relationships, like the good relationships, but it's the bad not the bad, but it's like the unhealthy or the toxic relationships that are really getting focused on this month, this Leo season. And Saturn is really kicking that ass when it comes to those toxic relationships in our life this month, this Leo season, I should say. So if that's happening for you, don't be upset about it. You may be realizing that somebody is not who you hoped they were in this Leo season, and that is because you have protection around you. That's because you have protection. Anytime that we can see people's true colors, it's a time to celebrate and rejoice. And I know that sounds weird, but I've been there before, and it's very painful when you trust somebody that is just not as great of a person as you hope they were. And, but like I said, it's really important to be able to understand that, especially if you're somebody that prays for discernment, that prays for sight, that prays for your third eye to be opened, that really works on that. When you start seeing people's true colors, for who they are, don't be upset at that, because it's exactly what you've been asking for. And so by you getting upset, like, oh my God, why are you like this? How could you be like this? How could I not see this? It's almost as though it's like there's this back and forth, this push and pull between, hey, universe, open up my divine sight. And the second that they do, you freak out. So it's like, it's natural to grieve and to be upset and disappointed, for recognizing that somebody is not who they said they were or who you thought they were. But you don't want to look at it as though like there's something, you're at fault for not realizing it sooner, or for how you handled it. Try not to blame yourself for anything like that, because this is just your divine gifts. This is your spiritual gifts really getting opened and tapped into. So don't ignore this. And then we have here the Brother in Darkness, which says overcoming negative energy with feminine power. Whenever negative energy is present, it is a sign that we are ready to move more deeply into our feminine divine power. The Brother in Darkness indicates that there is a negative energy either within you or outside of you, but directed towards you, that is providing you with a spiritual test, beloved initiate. You shall overcome this energy with grace and triumph. Stay in your heart. There is no need to be afraid. So okay, with these these two judgment cards that came out for you, it seems as though the Mother of Set is really seriously highlighting that there is somebody that you need to make a judgment on. And if it's not someone else, then this is a trait within yourself that you need to make a judgment on, and that you need to say it with your chest. You need to really truly make a judgment on it and be done with it. She doesn't really want you to keep lingering in this energy, whatever this is. If this is someone else's energy, your own energy, whatever it is, if it is toxic, she and Heru are giving you the divine sight to open your eyes and be able to identify this toxicity and this unhealthy trait, characteristic, or behavior, or person, relationship, whatever it may be, routine, pattern, whatever it is. They're giving you the divine sight to be able to see it. And now they also want to be able, and now she's also extending to you an invite to help you heal it, as well as she's extending to you tools to help you break out of this. So it's very important that once you see with your divine sight that, hey, this is an issue, this is toxic, this is something that I need to stay away from, this is something that I need to embrace more of, they really want you to act on it this month when it comes to a Set, as well as Horus here. So yeah, this, and like I said, look into Horus, read his story, because if you really relate to him, that's one really good indicator or sign that he could be a major guide of yours. So definitely look into that, especially if you are super into Kemetic mythology, Kemetic magic, Kemetic tradition, otherwise known as ancient Egyptian, mythology, tradition, and magic. So definitely look into that. But yeah, this is all that I'm seeing for my pile threes, you guys. So thank you so very much for taking the time to check this reading out. Let me take this time to thank your guides, my guides, our higher self, amazing spirit, of course, the great Horus and the great Set, for coming through and delivering these messages today. Hopefully you all come back to visit sometime soon. But until next time, stay safe, healthy, blessed, and keep conquering the world. Bye, you guys. Hello, pile number 4, and welcome to your reading. So we are going to be looking into your August 2021, this Leo/Virgo season, to see the amazing things and blessings that you have on your way. But this particular month in general, after really looking into the astrological chart, I realized that I don't need to just be looking at the blessings, but also maybe a little bit of the challenges that we may be dealing with this month. So that's what these two cards right here on the right will be representing. It's the challenges, the challenging energy that we may face this month, and the cards on the left will be showing me your blessings and the beneficial energy that will be happening for you this month. And then I'll also be pulling some additional oracle cards on camera, and we'll be hearing from the Mother, the Neter Set, otherwise known as the Egyptian goddess Isis, later on in this reading. So let's just get started. I hope you guys have a beautiful new moon in Leo happening August 8th. So let's see. What's a nice reminder for you guys this month? Okay. These I feel like all three of these are your cards, you guys. I don't know why. But it says here, all is at your fingertips. Spend time on you, balance yourself, and then be clear on what you want. Put action to your goals, make them a reality. This is all about believing in yourself this month, but believing in what you can create and what you can do. Putting action behind that. Like it says, put action to your goals, make them a reality. Underneath the deck here, we have past life emotion lives in you. You are expressing more. It is releasing. Okay. That may be that for some reason, this reminds me a little bit of your challenging energy. You guys may be feeling a little more emotional this month. A lot of it has to do with past life energy and emotion. So it's all about realizing for you in the month of August, the reminder for you anyways, is that you can have whatever it is that you want, pile 4. That is something that is promised to you, that you can have whatever you want as long as there is balance there and as long as you are putting action behind your goals to make them a reality. So you have to be very clear about what you want, be very clear-minded about what you're moving towards, and then go towards it with conviction. But it's very important for you not to be sort of wavering around back and forth because you don't really know what you want. So it's really important to be focused and to stay focused in the month of August. So let's just check out let's check out your amazing the things that are coming to you that are beneficial and good and considered blessings for you this month. And so we have here the Chariot in reverse, or the energy behind these things. And then we've got the 9 of Cups in reverse as well. That's funny. Okay. Now, the interesting thing about this Chariot in reverse and this 9 of Cups in reverse is it sounds a lot like be clear on what you want, put action to your goals to make them a reality, because the Chariot is the card that comes after the Lovers, and the Lovers is the card of choice, and this is why the Chariot comes directly after. But there's a lot that the Chariot is saying in his card. The 9 of Cups anyways, though, is very, very clear about what he wants, which is how he is able to manifest these 9 cups. But it's also because he has gone through it. He has gone through the entire story of the cups up until his point, and he realizes what he wants by going through different experiences and things that he does not want. So he learns what he wants by experiencing what he doesn't want. And the Chariot over here is extremely motivated. Now, so normally these cards have a pretty awesome meaning to them, right? But in reverse for you, pile 4, these cards get even sweeter because the Chariot is a card of maneuvering, right? So, and that's the thing. Even when cards are in reverse, they're still here. They might be in reverse, they might be considered good or benevolent or positive cards, but just because they're in reverse doesn't take that away. This energy is still here. They're just in reverse. So it's just acting or behaving a little bit differently, almost like a retrograde planet is how I kind of see reversals in tarot. But the Chariot and the 9 of Cups, they have very good meanings to them. For them to show up in reverse is telling me that Chariot is the card of maneuvering, like I said, having to be really gifted, strategic, and almost lucky when it comes to steering these 2 sphinxes or forces that he is controlling. And the Chariot is the formula of success. And this is why he has to have such tact. As you can see, the spin top is in the center right here of these 2 sphinxes. And when we get to his card in on Patreon, we'll dive into a lot more of the symbolism and everything in his history. But as you can see, just very briefly right here, there's this little spin top in the center, and it's there to say that too much to either side and this whole operation falls apart. And if it doesn't fall apart, then, too much to either side, if there's any sort of imbalance in these 2 sphinxes, these 2 forces, they halt, they stop. He's not able to maneuver them. He's not able to work them anymore. And so it's all about finding that sweet spot, which is why the Chariot is a card of success. The Chariot is a 6 of Wands, but on steroids, and one of my favorite cards because it's actually my ruling card, my birth card. And I actually did a pick a card reading on birth cards if you wanted to see what your birth card means and what it's trying to say to you for your life and your life purpose and all that. I'll link it down below, you guys. But for sure, the Chariot doesn't come into rulership like the Emperor or the Empress does, or any of the kings or queens in the minor arcana. The Chariot, he has to capture a kingdom, win a war, overthrow a nation, or come into a major victory and a lot of power. And that does not come easy. This is the card of strategy because he is walking into a already solidified or a already established kingdom, and he's taking over. So this is a card of strategy. For you being in reverse though, this is saying that August won't take so much effort. Your relationships, career, health, finances will not take as much energy. King of Pentacles in reverse. It won't take as much energy to maintain as before. Many of you have been just surviving or doing just good enough, but not to where you want to be with this King of Pentacles in reverse right here. I feel heavy Saturn energy. I feel heavy Saturn energy too. So check your progressed moon. Check your progressed moon because it may be moving through Aquarius or Capricorn, and some of you may be going through a Saturn return. Yeah, we have the Ace of Swords in reverse right here. Some of you guys may be going through a Saturn return, but it's like you've had to put in double the effort just to get minimal results. And in August, you're going to get a huge break from that. Yeah, look at that. Six of Pentacles in reverse underneath the deck here. So in August, you're going to get a huge break from that. One other pile in today's reading are the only piles that I've actually been able to confidently say this, but this is your time to manifest and do what you've been thinking about doing for a long time, but did not have the time, money, energy, effort, resources, or connections to do it, because both of these cards indicate easy ass results with the Chariot and the Nine of Cups in reverse. This means that, like I said, with the Nine of Cups, he had to go through all of the Eight of Cups first, he had to go through all of the cards up until his card before he got to the Nine of Cups, before he got to a place where he was surrounded by everything that he has ever asked for. And so this is saying that you don't have to go through that. You don't have to go through that again. And with the Chariot right here, this is saying that you don't have to be so strategic in how you make certain things happen. Things are going to come to you a bit easier, a lot easier in the month of August. So that's one of the amazing things, the amazing blessings coming to you is like you having this trine energy working with you and for you. It's not all about, moderation. It's not about moderation for you. You guys may be used to moderate results. You may be used to moderate movement, moderate progress. This is not about moderation for you this month. It's just about bringing in as much as you want, as much as you can. The interesting thing too is all of your cards are in reverse when it comes to the beneficial energy working for you this month. So this means that it's just things are not working the same way that they usually do. And this is to say that you don't have to work like you usually do to bring something in, to see some sort of results. Like it says right here, all is at your fingertips. Yeah. All is at your fingertips. It's right there. Just be clear on what you want. Make sure you have balance, like it says in this Chariot card right here as well. Like we were talking about with the spin top. Too much to either one side it's just going to shred everything. It's going to bring everything apart. So this is all about you guys having some balance, spending some time on yourself, making sure that you're taking care of yourself and not overworking yourself. This is not the month for you to overwork. So August is bringing good tidings by saying you don't have to work for anything this month. You can literally just attract it to you or manifest it to you. And this is why I'm also saying make sure that you take this new moon happening August 8th, 2021, or that week, to really focus on setting intentions and manifesting. Super duper important for you guys. Let's check out the energy surrounding your challenges this month. And we have here the Six of Wands. And then we have the Chariot in reverse again. This has happened to a few piles now, where the challenging cards are mirroring the easy cards for the month. So we got the Chariot in reverse again. Okay. Pile 4. All right, I just tried to put the Lovers back in the deck and it came out twice. I'm going to put this card back in the deck, see if it comes out again. That's wild. I'm going to put it back in the deck though, because I wasn't focusing while I was shuffling and I don't know why that came out, but pile 4. Chariot in reverse again in the Six of Wands. You've gotten very used to the hustle. You've gotten very used to working yourself to the bone, but you've got a major shift happening in August like the rest of us. And for you, this shift is hitting your work. your work ethic, or your labor. This is sixth house energy for sure. And you don't have to have major transits moving through your sixth house or have anything happening in your natal chart's sixth house. But that's what the big shift is changing for you, is the amount of work that you have to put in. So right now you may have some pretty big transits moving through your 11th house. And this is because you're starting to get rewarded. This is rewards coming through in August, pile 4. I would say that there's not a lot of challenging energy here. There's a lot of rewards coming. And this is the shift that's happening for you is the amount of work it takes for you to see results and success. There's also a message coming through for you about this extending into next year and the year after, which makes me think as an astrology lover that you could be a Taurus or a Scorpio, Sun, Moon, Rising, North Node, maybe South Node, or a Sagittarius, Gemini, even, Sun, Moon, Rising, North Node, South Node. Ace of Cups. Yeah, Ace of Cups in reverse. Coming out to clarify your challenging cards. You guys could be Sagittarius or Gemini, Sun, Moon, Rising, North Node, or South Node. And then we have here the Page of Cups in reverse, coming out to clarify your challenging cards. And then the Three of Cups in reverse underneath the deck. So yeah, the reason why I'm saying you could be a Sagittarius or a Gemini, Sun, Moon, Rising, North Node, South Node, is because next year the North Node will move into Taurus. And people with heavy Taurus or Scorpio energy will be seeing a lot of changes in the type of life that they live. And this is major developments and scores being settled. And this is when those life-changing blessings happen, because this is a major karmic cycle ending or one beginning. Or this could be simultaneously happening where one major karmic cycle is ending while another one is beginning. And this is when those life-changing blessings happen. Like you get that dream job or that house, or you win the lottery, or you go viral, or you make a name for yourself in your respective industry. But with 2 Chariot cards here and the 6 of Wands with the 9 of Cups, this is telling me that you have a lot of delayed success. And honestly, when it comes to divine timing, nothing is ever later delayed. Everything is on perfect time. But according to you, your work ethic and your efforts and your labor and your craft and your skill and your talents, it's like you should have had more success than what you have right now. And August is making that major shift for you, pile 4. So the challenge for you is learning how to not chase after what you deserve. That's the challenge here. And that's not just for this month, but that's in the next 2 years to come. In August, you may find interferences with your work specifically and your efforts or your goals. So this is you working really hard and like setting up a business or something. Just an example. And it's like the lease on your office space expires. I don't know. And it's like you have issues with employees or the computers or the inventory. It's like everything that could stop you does, especially in August, and it won't hinder your business goals or efforts. If anything, what it's actually going to do is it's actually going to make things run smoother for you, which is very interesting here. But what it's doing as well is teaching you how to relinquish some roles to other people with this Chariot in reverse right here. So you are not the one that has to always be in control and running everything and making sure that the spin top is perfectly balanced and isn't, too much to the left or too much to the right. Another challenge here, pile 4, I'm sorry. Every time I see the 6 of Wands, I also see people cheering on this character when it comes to the 6 of Wands. As you can see, there's people in the back cheering for him, right? Please keep quiet right now about certain developments when it comes to your goals. There's going to be a couple hiccups in August, and I would advise holding back, calling friends or family and telling them about those hiccups, because not everyone in the 6 of Wands is happy for him. There's a lot of people in that crowd that are envious, or in other words, they wish that they were him, which is why the 7 of Wands comes after. And we all know what happens with the 7 of Wands. The same people attacking him in the 7 of Wands are the same people cheering him on in the 6 of Wands. Okay, so you may have some people around you in August that think that they deserve what you have or wish they were you. And it's a confusing mix of jealousy and envy. So only unload or vent to the people you absolutely trust and are genuinely rooting for you, because their energy or jealousy may be playing into this delayed success a little bit. And it's not that anyone else's energy can stop your success. That is impossible. What is fated for you is for you, period. But energy is everything. And while they cannot stop what is meant for you, they can interfere with it, especially if you are confiding in people like that. And I have to say that because you have 2 chariots in reverse right here. So this is letting me know that it's like there's some sort of a snag, there's some sort of a snag. It's like you're on a road trip and you get a flat tire, and it's like you're trying to move, but you can't for some reason, and you should be able to. And so it's like, even though this is beneficial for you, it's also challenging for you all at the same time. And so that's why I'm saying kind of hold back on just telling people right now anything that's kind of going on with you. Kind of keep it to yourself if you can. As you can see, the Ace of Cups is in reverse and the Page of Cups is in reverse. And what do we do with a cup? We drink out of it, right? So this is saying that whatever someone offers you in the month of August, not everything that is offered to you is something that you need to take. Some of these cups there's not a lot of healthy drink inside of it, or it's not something that's actually going to help you or be beneficial to you. And then we've got here 3 of Cups in reverse. You want to celebrate. Not everybody may want to celebrate with you. Some people are a little jelly. They're a little jelly of you this month. So let's see what astrological influences we have for you. And don't let that make you feel bad. This is just honestly happening for everyone. This same sort of message about toxic relationships, unhealthy relationships keeps coming up in every single pile. And it came up a lot in the astrological forecast for this new moon in Leo that I have posted to Patreon. So yeah, and then we have here water element sensing that just came out. Just like we were talking about with the cups. This is all about being able to sense when a person offers you a cup, what's inside of that cup. It's about being able to sense what is inside of that cup, if it's good for you or not. And then we have here Jupiter abundance. Again, I'm telling you guys, my pile 4s, it's right. You guys got a lot coming to you. 3rd house messages. Watch out for your dreams with this one. With the 3rd house messages card right here. I can see that being very, very, I can see a couple of dreams coming to you guys. If there is somebody that's maybe saying some things behind your back that they shouldn't be saying, it's going to be revealed to you in a dream. Somebody may accidentally text you something too that they didn't mean to send to you. Don't know why, but I just saw that. I literally just saw your text messages pop up right in front of me. So somebody may accidentally text you something that they didn't mean to text you, and it kind of ends up exposing themselves to you and the things that they're talking about. Or maybe they're telling other people your business and you don't really know that, and they accidentally think that they're texting someone else and they text you. So make sure you take it for what it is. Don't let them just talk their way out of it. And with the water element sensing, again, it's all about being able to sense if these people are being truthful to you or not. But with Jupiter abundance right here, this is all about you guys. You have a lot to collect. You have a lot to collect. Jupiter doesn't do anything small-handed. Everything with Jupiter is over the top. Jupiter is extra. Okay, that's who Jupiter is. He's just extra. And so this is extra blessings coming to you, extra abundance. This is an excess of good things coming to you in the month of August. This is more than what you were expecting. So let's just say that like you were expecting, I'm just getting some advice from your angels and your guides right here and your ancestors with this deck. But let's just say that you were expecting somebody to like pay you, I don't know, $100 for a job or something like that. Well, they end up paying you $200 instead, or $500 instead. Let's say that maybe, I don't know, you trade something in for money and you're thinking that it's only worth this much, but you end up getting back a lot of money. So it's like Jupiter's energy is working with you this month and making everything very abundant, very excessive. So it's like, if that's a word. So the card that we have though that came out flipped up is Spike Nerd Faith, and it says, trigger statement, why does this always happen to me? True statement, I am at peace. Know that everything will work out as it needs to, and hold a space of gratitude as you watch the miracles unfold. I'm telling you guys, pile 4, plenty of good miracles. And this is what your angels and your ancestors have to say to you, the advice that they have for you this month. And then we have here as well, comforting, the card of consolation. Trigger statement, I cannot go on. True statement, my heart is light. Please hold space for the feelings that you have. Honor them and be with them. Your burden will be lightened. Yeah, and we have that right here with the water element sensing. Underneath the deck, we have the card inspiring, the card of freedom, and it says, trigger statement, I have no choice. True statement, I create my day and my life. It is a time to play. Do something different today to shift your routine. Yeah, so this is all about you guys being in control when it comes to how it is that you create your everyday life and how you create your reality. You guys are working with a lot of freedom right now. You're working with a lot of freedom. If you want anything in your life to change, all you have to do is ask for it in August, pile 4. That's literally all you guys have to do. All you got to do is just ask for it. That's the exciting thing. And that's what you guys should be excited about, is all you have to do is just simply ask for it. You don't really have to go out and work for it. Let's say that you just moved into like an apartment, right? You thought you really wanted this apartment. You end up changing your mind a few months into the lease, even though you have a whole year left on the lease. All you got to do is ask for it. You're going to be out of there. You're going to be out of there with a bigger place and cheaper rent. That is how Jupiter works. That's what's happening for you in the month of August, pile 4. All you have to do is just know it. All is at your fingertips. Period. Okay, this is the card that came out upright. Life Restored, Priestess of the Phoenix. Let me get one more message for you guys. And then we have Scales of Balance, Ancient Tantra of the Soul. So I'm going to read both of these messages out of the book. And then underneath the deck here, we have Pyramid of Light, Step Your Vibration Deeper into Love. So let me read. Oh my God, you guys. Hopefully that I just saw my camera wasn't recording, so hopefully it picked up. So we have here Scales of Balance, and it says, you are a tantrika and initiate on the path of divine healing of the masculine and feminine, two sacred polarities that are universal to human experience. As these energies come into mutual respect and balance, you attain great power, presence, and healing effect in the world of the soul and in the human world of forms here on this earth. You are supported in further exploring this path now under the auspices and blessings of beloved Aset. And so, that, that's another way that some people look at the Chariot as well. And you have this twice down here. Some people look at the black and white Sphinx as just a balance between two opposites. So masculine and feminine, light and dark, life and death, order and chaos. So some people also look at it that way as well, which you definitely can esoterically, because the cards have 1,000,001 different meanings. But it's really going to speak to you personally as to what that means. So this could be a bringing together of masculine and feminine energies. Some of you may be working on healing both masculine and feminine energies in your life right now, especially with this Life Restored card right here, Priestess of the Phoenix. Okay, and so we have here where it says Life Restored. It says spiritual resurrection is gifted to you now. Whatever part of your life that you thought to be dead is being revived and will flourish back into life, just as the phoenix rises from the fire, transitioning from death into life. So too will you rise again, healed and renewed. The mother is Aset, otherwise known as the Egyptian goddess Isis. What it seems like she really wants to say to you is that she is bringing something back in your life that you had kind of almost given up hope on or forgotten about because it was so delayed. Like I kept saying earlier in your reading, this seems like delayed blessings or delayed opportunity, something coming through. Like I said, Jupiter is very extra, and that may be why you are getting such an outpouring of fortune in the month of August, is because things have been sort of halted for a while now. Like I said, it's like you're on a road trip and you're one of your tires gets a flat and you just simply can't go any further when you should be able to. And it's like this one in a lifetime chance thing sort of happen where it's like you just happen to hit a nail the right way that flattened your tire, and it's just like, how the hell am I getting stopped right now? But it's whatever part of your life has seemed halted or stopped is what she's bringing more life back into, and she's bringing it back in abundantly for you guys, especially if you've been working on healing both masculine and feminine energies in your life, or have wanted to start working on both masculine and feminine energies. That has actually been the Mother Aset talking to you and telling you to work on both of these energies for a very specific reason. Like I said, the Chariot is very gifted and strategic at knowing how to work both opposites, which is why he is sitting above a black and a white Sphinx. This is definitely about you guys kind of healing both of those energies in your life. As to what that could bring for you guys, I'm definitely, and this is something you've been sensing because we have the water element sensing card right here, but that's going to bring a lot more life back into your own reality and your own lived experience. So this is very, very important for you to be clear on what you want. That's your masculine energy, but understanding that at the same time that you need to bring more nourishment into your life, more relaxation into your life. You don't have to work so hard to go out and get these things that you want. That is your that's your feminine energy speaking to you, where, like it says right here, spend time on you and balance yourself. And all is at your fingertips is the combination of masculine and feminine energies combining, coming together and saying that, hey, we're coming together in this healthy space to create this third product, to create this new reality in your life and this fortune in your life. And that is what this all is at your fingertips is saying right here. So it's really important for you guys to understand that you don't have to work as hard anymore. A lot of you guys have been taking it as though, I'm not seeing results like this, so I need to work even harder. I need to go even harder. And it's like, no, you're doing the opposite. You need to slow down. You need to slow down even more. So that's just something that you guys are kind of learning and starting to implement in the month of August. And the more that you slow down, the more that's going to come in. It's just going to feel foreign to you. It's just going to feel very odd to you because you're used to working. You're used to working for everything it is that you have, but not anymore. And that's just something that's coming through. That's just a law, a decree that's been passed down from the universe to you, and is saying, we're not going to make you work for this anymore. You've already worked for it. And so this is the amazing things happening for you in the month of August, Pile 4. So thank you guys so very much for tuning in. Let me take this time to thank your guides, my guides, our higher selves, amazing spirit, and the Mother, the Mother Aset, for coming through and delivering these messages today. Hopefully you all come back to visit sometime soon. And until next time, stay safe, healthy, blessed.